Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2. Totally forgot to talk to Artemis at the end of the last episode.
I've heard about the latest happenings, sister, but we'll discuss them out there on the hunt. Not while we're here.
Fair enough. Alright, I guess we have nothing else to say to her. That was not strictly necessary worth the backtracking, but so it be. Alright, so today this is going to be our Arcana setup.
The Arcana.
Insights unlocked. You may now use Moondust to unlock the full potential of your Arcana cards using the altar press. We already unlocked this. Why? Something silly is happening here. I wonder if it's because I had to download the cloud save after re-downloading Steam and all that. Oh well, in theory, assuming things are as we left them from the last episode, because nothing has changed since the last episode, mind you, we should be able to, we should be at the point of the second to last night before we complete the story, in theory. We are going to be taking the Ardent Skull, and as far as God Keepsake goes, I say Apollo, perhaps? Sure. Let's go Apollo, see what we get out of it. Objectively speaking, Apollo isn't necessarily my favorite boon on this, but it is a really strong synergy with the Mel Skulls because we're going to be increasing our base power, and Apollo gives a percent-based boon, so it just kind of scales really well from there. You know what? Why don't we do our first Vow of Rivals here? It looks like the skull... I'm unclear. Okay, Hecate. Well, we won't be getting a testament this run, but why don't we go ahead and do our first Vow of Rivals fight and see how that's like on the overworld. Recording at an odd hour of the day, mostly because I don't really have much else to do right now.
I know you're not one to complain, but it couldn't have been easy for you being at the palace here at the break of dawn. Probably much more light than you're used to. We're hardly used to it either now, thanks to all of Typhon's storms.
Alright, oh excellent, a 60% damage modifier on the attack to start, and we can't rarefy it because we haven't upgraded the Keepsake, but one day this will be able to be rarefied and it'll feel great, but 60% damage modifier still isn't terrible. Would ideally like it to be a bit higher, but I'm not going to complain here. Objectively speaking, Zeus and Hera and Hestia, of course, would likely offer more. Well, there's Hestia. Honestly, even if we just get Hestia's cast, that's amazing because it'll set us up pretty solid for Origination plus one other boon. Well, I'll go ahead and do that, I think. Oh, hello. So today is probably just going to be a meal prep day for me. I have some soup and risotto that I'm planning to cook for Kiwi.
You helped us beat that bloody monster down. Ah, if only I could have seen. You're really something else, hot stuff. Of course, our good friend Typhon's already begun on his climb back up. We'll just have to make it extra tough for him. Don't
worry, we'll meet him at the top either way. Alright, her gain isn't bad here. Snuff Candle is just too good to pass up, though. 18% more damage if I'm single target DPSing, which most of the time in boss fights I am. Definitely a solid pickup here. So yeah, unfortunately Kiwi's got a bit of a migraine, so she's bedridden, and I am just checking in on her every hour or so to provide tea or caffeine or whatever she needs to help with the headache. Let's see, definitely go for the hammer. I could make an argument for the other Hestia boon because we still haven't gotten her cast. So yeah, let's do that to start. So let's go Hestia first, see what she offers. Her special I'm not really enticed by, only because I'm not going to reliably be able to have the Scorch add up quickly on that. And I really only want to use my special on this weapon to reclaim my skulls, like suck them back into me. So let's see what she gives.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Sprint, gain, controlled burn. Guess we'll take her gain, 4 magic every base attack, and we are going to be spamming base attack a lot. I feel like this falls off really hard if we do any sort of a mega attack build, but we'll see. Well, I think it's objective. You know what, I'm going to roll and see what we get.
Sure, why not?
Well, we got Smoldering. That's more what I want, honestly. Smoldering sounds great. Glowing Coal was a decent contender, though, because being able to shoot my cast at a distance rather than close up is kind of nice. Alright, so we got that. Then the hammer's up here. We'll definitely take the second Apollo boon. I might roll some doors to try and find more Apollo, honestly. But that's a thought process for later, I think.
How many of these do they have?
I guess I don't really have a build path in mind. We'll just see what gods show up and take them as they appear, I suppose. Demeter wouldn't be a bad option, just to have her special to tag enemies with freeze and just have that extra little bit of safety net every couple seconds to completely invalidate enemies' attack patterns, or at least slow them down pretty substantially if not. Let's see. Your specials launch ahead of you faster and deal 50% more damage. Not actually sure how that works. Your specials have 30 power and you take 30% less damage while using them. Your shells fire your Omega attack whenever retrieved, but you lose 25 magic. Possessed Array is disgustingly powerful, and that sounds like fun to me.
Did the skull just smile?
It did because it knows it has the most broken hammer in the game. Granted, I don't necessarily know if it scales terribly well with Aspect of Mel, but on Aspect of Medea, which we will eventually unlock, you can already see the burst potential is kind of nuts. And we just got Apollo's Keepsake upgraded, so we can rarefy another boon with him up to rare tier now, which is quite nice for us. It's a good thing I didn't take that Apollo room immediately. Do I want to take anything else in the meantime? Because I attack fast, I could make an argument for Ares' gain. It's really weak, but if we get more Ares boons, it could work out. Alternatively, Ionic gain is pretty solid, as is Zeus' special here. I think we take Zeus since he showed up. We'll take Ares as well, and then I'm debating. We're gonna use magic really quickly, so we want something that gives us magic back really quickly. So Ionic gain is the way to go, I think, here. So let's take the Zeus room and see what we get out of it. It's interesting, like I'm not actually thinking about Blitz in this one specific instance. I'm more interested in the potential for what Ionic gain can offer us. Just the basically 100% magic regen every set number of seconds, which is quite helpful to our overall DPS potential with I've already forgotten its name, but our Possessed Array, there we go, Possessed Array equipped.
Typhon is clambering back up toward our summit once again, in spite of how we dealt with him last night, thanks to your aid. He's clearly not the smartest one, although perhaps we'll teach him a valuable lesson soon enough.
Oh, we will, all right. All right, let's see. So base level special. Would have loved to see a slightly higher rarity Ionic gain, but we'll take it even at base. I think it's still solid. So we restore all our magic every 10 seconds, basically, is really what it boils down to. Granted, the one downside to it is we have to go to a specific location and pick up the item to do so. But still, it means every 10 seconds we are going to do a huge amount of burst damage. We have 3 pylons remaining. I probably reroll Ares at least once to see if we can get a better option. Although that double magic is appealing. I'm gonna roll here and see what we get.
Change of fate.
Zeus again. I could argue for another Zeus boon. Let's go take this. Let's take the Zeus boon first. I think most of what I want from Apollo at this point are secondary boons, so that maybe we can see his legendary and have something silly go on in the later part of this run. But yeah, the one downside to Possessed Array is without a good source of magic regen, or more so just a good source of magic in the first place, it's hard to really fully benefit from. Rare tier Heaven's Flourish, I will very gladly take, I think. Lightning Lance is like glowing coal. It makes our cast a projectile, but I think we'll take Zeus's cast for now, or special for now. I obviously am not going to be using my special for anything other than applying Blitz. I really do not want to be dashing into enemies with the risk of hurting myself. An Air Infusion is nice, although it's probably not going to do as much if we're going the route of a Zeus Infusion boon. As awesome as, what is it called? Static Air Quality, there we go. Air Quality is concerned. It is a very solid boon, but only if you have low base damage, and our base damage is already higher than 50 damage, so it's not terribly great for this run, but it's fun nonetheless. We'd obviously, I think I'd probably take it even if I didn't need it, frankly. So I think at this point we take the second Apollo boon, because his dash is phenomenal, and we can rarefy it. And even if we don't get his dash, there are still some very good other options. The nice thing about Possessed Array, though, is it absolutely just melts the first wave of enemies in the room. Let's see, Blinding Rush, Dazzling Display, 10% chance to inflict daze with our attacks, or 5% chance to attack twice. I think out of all of these, let's lock in Blinding Rush, because it's a really solid sprint boon. Although, we're at 4 gods. We'll need a 5th god, or we're at 3 gods, aren't we? Wait, did we take Ares? I don't think we took Ares yet. So I could save for Ares dash just so that we could potentially get some duos with him, but I don't really think I need those, frankly. So yeah, I'm gonna take the dash. 20% speed boost. It's fine.
Let's get you someplace safe.
Mostly because I don't really know what Ares offers. I'm not inclined to play around him that much, unless I'm feeling super safe on the run, which arguably at this point I have a very solid build to start. But
So many different
I don't know. The next question is, do I lock in Ares as our 4th god, or do I take the max magic, Hermes, or Selene? I don't feel Selene on this run per se, because I'm gonna be burning through magic really fast, but I don't know if Possessed Array actually charges your hex. I don't think it does, fortunately. So alternatively, magic, so I can do more Possessed Array explosions, or I mean, more max magic scales really well with the Zeus magic regain, I would argue, because you're gonna regenerate your full max magic. I think we lock in Ares here. We'll take our 4 guys that the game decided it wants us to take. I chose Ares, and everyone else chose me, which is more than fair. We finally got our last bit of moss that I think we needed for some incantation. I can't remember what, but I'm going to be likely very excited to receive it. Possessor, I should also mention, just does a huge AoE when you have the Apollo attack. Its AoE is ridiculous.
I regret not having had the opportunity to give you my regards whilst you were here, my kin, but the need to dispose of trespassers took precedence. I trust we may yet meet in time.
Ares strikes me as the one who's going to be out fighting everything at every instance he can, rather than doing any meet and greet with his cousin. Let's see, Blood Spree, Meat Grinder, Mutual Destruction. In typical fashion, we'll take Mutual Destruction, even though it really isn't going to do much for us, but we're not going to be using our Omega cast, and we're certainly not going to depend on Blood Spree to heal us against Typhon.
War rages.
It's not likely going to work in any substantial fashion. Unless the Strength card is active, then I could make an argument maybe I can out-heal his DPS a little bit, but not likely. Alright, we're making pretty solid time, and there's our first Hermes boon. I can either roll a palm or take the Hermes. I'll take the Hermes here, I think. We don't have a lot in the way of max HP.
My professional associate does with all that coin, really. He still won't say a word. Think he's just covering his tracks so Gramps can't pin him down.
Alright, let's see. Omega moves faster, range projectile slower, gain dodge chance the more boons you have. We'll take the dodge chance. It's another air infusion too, so if we do end up, despite the fact of really not benefiting from it, end up going... Hello.
Something about your gold rewards, in which I've achieved silver status now. Oh, thank you very much, my lord. I'm pleased to be a loyal customer of yours.
I like that we get a little reward for just buying all of the things with Charon. Doesn't seem like it has any, like, tangible reward, but even just knowing that we have earned Charon's good graces is enough for me. Oh, right, Vow of Rivals, I forgot.
Thank you, sorceress. Infusing fear into the night lets me conduct certain experiments I normally cannot. Though I'm also bound to test you here, as does great Hecate below.
Test me? Lady Medea, what of the massive Cyclops already barring my path? He'll try to eat us both.
I'd love some DLC with, like, the witching, I would call it the witching circle, where you just have a boss rush against all of the witches. That would be a lot of fun, I imagine.
Nah, this witch here is not exactly to my taste. And besides, we got ourselves a little arrangement now, since I can't smell as easy what with all the bodies popping up.
Your fight is with the Cyclops still. My aim is merely to enact the will of night in my own way. Do try your best to pretend I'm not even here, which may be difficult, admittedly.
He sounded a little threatening there, no big deal. Look at all that damage we just immediately did to the Cyclops. Possessed Array, too strong. We should be phasing him any second here. Like, the crazy part about this build is I just special into him and he's immediately killed, or he immediately popped. Oops, are we poisoned? We're not poisoned, but so Medea, as you can see now, whoop, hello, drops these big spooky poison AoEs, and they're not the scariest per se, but their damage does add up.
Souls arise.
I decided to take the damage. Actually, now that I've realized it, I'm relatively low on HP, and certainly low. Oh gosh, oh dear. Not just low on HP, low on, well, max HP. I thought we had more shells, but you know what? I'm realizing that is a hammer buff. Whoa. Oh gosh, there are a lot of things here. Okay, so Vow of Rivals, I know I made a joke about how he's pretty easy with Vow of Rivals. I maintained that position, but I do also acknowledge that if I play poorly, I'm going to take damage no matter what I do. Wow. Wow. Well, I am immediately punished for my hubris, if not anything else. Oh gosh, I think we're gonna die here. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, Jeff. We do not have to throw on the very first part of the run. Okay, this should finish him. There we go. Wow, I threw pretty hard there. So we're down 2 Death Defiances. We are on Strength card, which means we're gonna be taking reduced damage and dealing a lot more damage too. But maybe that was all intentional. I want to see my max hit go up.
The noxious, death-strewn field beyond the city of Ephira now lies still once more, although a sense of rising fear yet lingers with the many restless souls that there reside.
I have no excuses.
Medea certainly transformed this place.
I played poorly. That's really all it boils down to. We're, I don't think I'm at risk of dying. Our next boss is Eris. I feel pretty confident going into Eris, so who do we want as our next, keepsake? We've got Hestia, Ares, Zeus, and Apollo. Honestly, more Apollo would be great. We don't need that. Hestia, not really, I guess. Glowing Coal, I could still make an argument for. Zeus, I mean, always Zeus is good. I guess we'll take Zeus here. Not feeling great about the amount of damage I've taken this run already. I don't think I need to go as crazy as to take the Lucky Tooth this early in the run. Actually, hey, Athena. We don't have any Death Defiances.
The amulet.
We're gonna go ahead and take Athena. We'll force her into this next area, take whatever she offers. Hopefully she can give us Death Defiance refunds, which will be delightful. If I get the one where it's refunded each location or region, that will cause us to prime all of our magic, and I won't be able to benefit from Possessed Array.
Here, fishy.
But I may still have to do that regardless. This was a error on my part. I got cocky. I dashed into enemies that clearly are not needing to be dashed into. Possessed Array is just so tempting for its burst potential. We always pet all the pets as we come by them, as they deserve to be pet after all. They are good kitties and doggies and polecats and birds and all the options out there. And one day we will actually get to fight alongside them whenever the game deems it appropriate, which maybe there's a prerequisite that I am missing and I just haven't realized. I'm not sure. But boy howdy would I enjoy having a pet to fight by my side. Also, I would really enjoy having some max HP now that I think about it. Usually... Oh wow, we're getting Athena real early. Honestly, would have rather see her a little bit later into the floor, but I guess it doesn't hurt to see her here.
You're here.
Athena.
This sailing vessel's rotting deck. We are amid the Titan's fleet and Lord Uncle Poseidon's rift. You use such means to reach our mountain every night.
Yes, we do.
Well, some nights I go to the underworld instead, but otherwise, yes. I've not had much success learning to fly or shift between the realms.
Except when you die, in which case you immediately shift between the realms back home.
I laud your ingenuity. You or whoever plotted such a course that turns the enemy's advance to an advantage.
I feel like Athena and Hecate would get along quite well, actually. Let's see. After take damage, become impervious, stalwart stand, gain 1 Death Defiance every location, but prime 150 magic, or just replenish all Death Defiances, improve their potency. Sure, why not?
Wise choice.
Alright, so we no longer have strength active, but honestly, I can't complain here. I have no excuse. I still maintain that Polyphemus is the easiest Vow of Rivals boss in the game. That doesn't mean I played well about it. Oh well. We'll salvage it. We've clearly already kind of gone on the route of salvaging this. I would ideally take that max magic for more Possessed Array booms, but I think, honestly, I'm quite content taking the coin here because we are not able to afford a boon yet, and I feel like that matters more to me than Possessed Array, even because as it is, Possessed Array is a bit of a double-edged sword, if you will, mostly due to the fact of it entices me to dash into enemies that would otherwise be best avoided. But there you are. You know, didn't we unlock the shops on these floors? Have I missed that somehow? Maybe they're the ones that just randomly show up. Let's see, Selene or Coin? I'm gonna stick with Coin. Like I said before, I'm not convinced Possessed Array actually charges the Hex, and if it doesn't, then it does not stand to benefit us here. More damage than I needed to there. We really would enjoy seeing some max HP more than anything else, I think. Unfortunately. That or a hammer that gives us more hits. So the way hammers work in this game, just in case you were wondering, is you can only find 1 hammer per 2 floors. Basically, the first 2 floors you can find 1 hammer, and the second 2 floors you can find 1 hammer. If you did not get a hammer in the first 2 floors, then you can find both hammers in the second 2 floors. But that's basically the way it works. You can't have more than 1 hammer offered per until you've made it to. You can't get your second hammer until after reaching the 3rd floor. So from the Gates of Olympus to the summit, you can get that, or the Morning Fields and Tartarus. Just focusing a little bit here, just because there are a lot of things that can do me the diddlies. And by the diddlies, I mean the damages. Don't listen to me, Kiwi. I say words I don't always mean. All right. On the attack, 80% more damage. Not bad. Yeah, I think we take that. And there's Ares showing up. I could reroll here. Who would I want instead of Ares? More Apollo, I suppose. At this point, Apollo probably gives us the most. Potentially? I'm not actually sure who I stand to gain the most from. Probably Zeus or Apollo. But I think since I really don't have a build path in mind, maybe I just lock in more Ares. What's Ares even offer? Never mind. Zeus it is. Okay, we'll take Zeus. Zeus or Apollo were our best options, and Hestia is always a reasonable choice too.
Charybdis, devourer of ships.
Melinoe, goddess of ghosts. Jeff, professional yapper. That is all of our epitaphs right there. gonna try and take out this one tentacle while I can. All right, that's one. More convenient for me when they group up, but I need to find the Zeus magic regen. It hasn't spawned. There it is. Oh, lovely. How kind of it to spawn right in the middle of two enemies. But it also positioned us quite nicely. We are critting on those possessed arrays every now and again with the Ares boon and the mutual destruction that we've got. But I think the trick to avoiding this is just kind of kite everything out into one end and then run to the other. These projectiles do last a fair bit of time, but comboing dash with... Oh wow, that popped immediately. Comboing dash with cast for iframes just seems to work quite well. Like, I have no reason to be this close to enemies other than wanting to get hit, I suppose. Well, that was a bit of a trap. Thanks, Zeus. There we go. All right. I do wish we fought the main body of Charybdis at least a little bit. That would be more fun to me personally. But the tentacles work well enough. Power Surge, Lightning Lance, Double Strike. We will gladly take... Oh, actually, the thing about it is we're really not doing a lot of blitz damage. I wonder if I take Lightning Lance just so that I don't have to cast it, like run into enemies to cast. Granted, I am using that to kind of pop Possessed Array as well, so I think I'll take Double Strike. It's not a lot of extra damage, but it is something.
Thunderous power.
The abomination called Charybdis forms within the waters of the sea, a vortex from which not even the sleekest ship can possibly escape.
This feels pretty early, so I think this is the mid shop. I don't really know how to check for mid versus end shop without like looking at the floor count.
Lord Charon's ship.
Yeah, okay, that was the mid shop. We can't afford both of these boons if we had two boons on offer, which in fact we do not. We have another Hermes boon. Hermes works like the hammers as well. You can get one per set of 2 floors, but you can get 2 after the 3rd and 4th floor. Palm. Could get the palm on the attack. I think I'll just buy the Hermes boon here and sit on the palm. I want to be able to afford HP if we get it. Huh, paid dues. Whenever you take damage, lose money before you lose HP. I'd rather have money to buy boons, honestly. I don't think we really need this. I'm just playing poorly. We'll take Quick Buck here, I think. Or I could take Winter Circle for a more spammable iframe. Either or, fair enough. I think I'll take Quick Buck. So we gain 100 coin, increased by 20% thereafter. So all coin gain is increased by 20%. And yeah, fine by me. Maybe the way to optimize this and be more conservative with my magic is to actually only toss one out at a time, pop Possessed Array, and then dash in again.
New course needs to be set.
Okay, we're definitely taking max HP here. We really could use some max HP. The Centaur has given us a whole, a whole 12 extra HP, but that's less than a quarter of actually, it's not even less than a quarter. Typhon can hit us for 70 if we get hit by his big tongue laser move, which is such a weird description when you think about it objectively. We almost just lost a Death Defiance. This is not a great position to be in. Another HP, please. Okay, here's all the HP we were missing. I guess it really goes to show you really kind of do depend on the max HP drops from Aphira, and without them, it hurts. It really is kind of a risky business to be without these. Grabbing this. Oh, gosh. Well, there goes the max HP we gain. Like, everything hits so hard in the overworld. Not that I'm complaining, I could play safer, but like I can understand why people absolutely struggle in the overworld if they don't find a weapon that works for them. And clearly the Umbral Torches outperform the Ardent Skull for me. Is it Argent Skull or Ardent? I think it's Argent. I'm gonna take the Palm Slice here, take the HP. Blinding Rush, not ideal, but whatever. Divine Vengeance, Static Shock, Power Surge. I don't think I want to Prime 50 magic, otherwise I would take this because it's a nice little bit of extra damage. Whenever you use magic, a random foe is struck by lightning or Divine Vengeance. Since Divine Vengeance is only when we take damage, I think I'm going to take Power Surge. Not that I really care for it here, but oh well.
Shocking every time.
Not really the ideal boons we wanted to see. Frankly, I need max magic now, I think. Like, if I'm going to be offered max magic versus something else, maybe I'd pick that. Unless it's HP. I definitely need HP more than anything else.
Come on, really? I thought I made myself real clear with you before, but here you are like nothing happened, and it's just another night.
This is just another night to me, Eris. So you stand with Kronos against the gods. So what? You're just another obstacle on my path.
Mel, I think you're mistaken. She's not standing with Kronos, she's standing with herself.
Hate to break it to you, Trouble. Obstacles are things you're supposed to avoid. But in this channel, you're going to run into me every time.
Unfortunate for you, Eris, but here, you should avoid this then. Boom goes your HP. A nice 150 or 1150 damage right there, and that's assuming divine, or what is it called? Mutual destruction doesn't proc, you know? Where's our Zeus? Not here yet? Okay, fair enough. There it is, take that. She's charging up for a big sliding dash, that's fine. Pop all of these into her, and then, oh, well, she dashed away, that's unlucky. I'm trying to make sure that I have her in my cast if I can for the enhanced the damage from the Furies, which I don't actually recall if I re-equipped or not. But it's fine. Really more so I want her in the cast for the origination buff. Rather than deal with the nonsense of that, I'm just gonna play it safe and wait for my magic regen and then just pop her with a dash. Honestly, that's maybe how I play it. I just spam attack, and then once I get my magic regen... Whoa, wow, I timed that dash there perfectly.
Now it's my turn.
That was a little sketchy, admittedly. That did actually hit me. I got the dodge from, whoop, hello. I got the dodge from the Hermes boon there. It looks like if your skulls land in out of bounds locations, they do immediately return to you, which is quite nice, unless you have Possessor Array, which immediately eats your magic. All right, we've almost got her. I think she teleported away. Okay, cool. Teleported away again. Let's get those back. Oh, hello. Grab my magic, and then this should finish her if she... Come on, where are you? Well, used up all the magic immediately. That's fine, though. He's playing a little flighty for me, which is not my fan. Oh, well, oh, wow. I got caught on that wall there. Did you see me? I was like gliding against it. Whatever. I took a lot of damage at the end there. I could have played super safe. She had barely any HP, but whatever. Eris is done, and we are done too without having lost a Death Defiance. We did manage to get a whole 50 HP on this floor, which I'm quite happy about. Hopefully we found a fountain chamber in the next floor just to heal up whatever we take on the way up. Because we can't find fountain chambers on the summit yet. I think we can unlock that through an incantation eventually, but it hasn't been offered yet. Yeah, still no Hermes, unfortunately. I thought I unlocked his incantation. I'm not sure, though. At this point, what do we take? We don't have a lot in the way of common boons that I would care too much for Aromatic Phial to hit. Knucklebones, not yet, I think. Although I could use Knucklebones to make this Guardian fight easier and then use Evil Eye for the next Guardian. Maybe that's how I do it. I don't feel like I really need other gods at this point. We'll just take what we get offered. So yeah, let's take Knucklebones. That'll make Prometheus a little bit easier. 10% damage reduction isn't a lot, but if you think about it, his 150 damage hitting fire move will now do 135 instead. Almost enough for us to survive if we had full HP. Almost. Did not need to run face first through that. That is my fault. Anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Kiwi and I. So Kiwi and I, if you've been paying attention to the series on the channel of late, ooh, Hammer or Hestia? I think I take Hammer here. I love Hestia, I want more Hestia, but the Hammer could really benefit the run, so I think that's the way we go here. Anyway, so Kiwi and I have been sick for the last almost 2 weeks now. At this point, we're pretty much completely back to normal function, but not fully back to normal in terms of health. Like, we are functionally normal. Attacks gain 50 damage and blast life over 0.7 seconds before they explode. Specials are 35% faster. After you dash or specials, your attacks are faster and have 15 power. I am dashing a lot, so that sounds good to me. That will enhance our Omega attack, so that's a pretty solid boon or hammer to get. Or coin, we take coin here, honestly. I think I need more boons and I need more HP more than anything else, and we're gonna get that primarily from shop at this point, since I'm not forcing gods. Palms are nice, but there are too many things they can hit that I don't care about, and I'd rather not risk it. All right, more coin. More coin indeed, and there's more HP. As much as I'd really not care about Selene, I care about HP that much more. Anyway, so Kiwi and I have been sick, just either a flu or a cold, whatever it may be. The quintessential, just very snot-nosed, very congested, gets into the chest, gets into the head, basically reasons all around to feel quite crummy, all things considered. That guy was holding his shot for quite the while. Anyway, but we are, I would say, 95% resolved. We're functionally back to normal. Unfortunately, though, Kiwi has a migraine today, and she is bedlocked until that fixes her. Usually a bit of caffeine, some massage around her shoulder muscles, and rest above all else in the dark goes a long way for helping her feel a lot better. Unfortunately, this is a pretty lingering migraine. It's been apparently going on since like midnight last night, and it's almost 16 hours later, so I'm a little worried about her, but it sounds like she's feeling better after we got her the tea and the other like little care things, got her to drink some water, and we're just keeping her rested now in a dark knockout, or what is it, light-proof shades sort of bedroom that we have. We're the sort that like to not sleep until the questionable hours of the morning, so we've always used blackout shades. It helps a lot for keeping us asleep. Self-healing sounds amazing right now, and we have the boons to immediately activate it, so we will gladly take that. Admittedly, it might have been more fun if I had taken Supernova, because I believe that will set us up for Apollo's legendary boon on the off chance we get offered it. But I think right now, I just seem so prone to taking damage, it's probably better to play a little safe here. If I had a better plan for this run, I probably would have found a way to max out magic a bit more. I think there's a pet that gives you max magic. I might be mistaken. Like, so the pets, since we haven't gotten them yet and may not before the end of the story, I may as well explain them a little bit. The pets give you passives as well as more active participation in battle. I won't spoil any of them, but I believe one of the passives, there's air quality. Like, do we have any moves that do less than 50 damage at this point in the run? Like, it bumps the scorch damage up to 40, but I don't know if that affects it. Blinding Sprint doesn't actually do damage, I think. Like, I feel like air quality is a scam here, and I should go for something else. Again, priming max magic sounds terrible when I'm already complaining about needing more of it. I think I'll just take Divine Vengeance, which is objectively the most boring option and the least interesting, but I don't really have a better option, frankly, because air quality, like, if I'm offered air quality again, I'll probably take it, but without more max magic, or without static shock, I feel like it's kind of wasted on this build. And the issue here is, like, I'm not going to take static shock without a lot more max magic to make up for the issue. Like, we need something that scales with Zeus's magic regain, and the best way to do that is just more max magic all around. There are a lot of scary things here, and I do not have a lot in the way of magic, so I'm gonna play it safe until I see an out. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to activate Possessed Array, and look at that damage that it does. It does so much damage. It's just we can only use it every 10 seconds at best. All right, air quality again, Lightning Lance, Arc Flash. Okay. Arc Flash would work really well with our special, I guess. I think, again, because I'm going to be melee distance, I want to have my cast melee distance as well to protect me. So we'll take Arc Flash here. That'll make our blitz damage add up a little bit further.
The trap is set.
But yeah, once I'm done recording this episode, I'm going to go up and check on Kiwi again. I'm just bringing her things like tea and anything caffeinated, because caffeine seems to help migraines. I get migraines every now and again, but usually they're born of dehydration. You know, the classic overworking myself in a hot, sunny environment to the point of illness. I don't usually do that, but I have, of the 2 times I've had migraine headaches, or I guess I've had more than that. Of the 3 times or 4 times I've had migraine headaches in my life, they were usually caused by my own negligence and overworking. Either too much time on a screen, not likely that actually. I feel like it's been more dehydration before anything else. Pretty consistently on that notion. Yeah, I think this method of just using one attack and then dashing in for Possessed Array is actually working very well for my overall DPS plan here. That said, without the Zeus, oh, well, yeah, that's the one biggest downside to Zeus's magic regain, is that you kind of have to be careful about when you pick up your magic, because you will get hit if you go stand still in places. I think I will take max magic here, honestly. I really like the idea of having a little bit more max magic. Arguably, I could have rerolled those doors for max HP, but it's fine. I'm relatively okay with my decision making here. I guess our base damage without Possessed Array is maybe a little bit more lackluster than I'd like to admit. But that's fine. 1, 2, let's see. Okay, so these guys, their armor gets popped in 2 Possessed Arrays. Good to know. The one downside about armor that is a benefit to us, so I guess it goes both ways, is like, I was explaining it before, I think, in a previous run. The way max magic, or the way armor works is, if you have 1 armor and take a 40 damage hit, you only take 1 damage. Armor will block a hit effectively for you as long as it still exists. 3 HP or 839 gold worth of an end shop. I think we have to go for the shop. I would love to see HP in this, either a consumable or max HP, either way. We, of course, did not get it. I wonder if it doesn't show up in shops, because it's pretty consistent. It is pretty consistently not showing up in shops. We're probably going to lose a Death Defiance here, but that's okay. Snuff Candle would be pretty solid for us. Alternatively, more blitz damage. I think I'll go for Snuff Candle. It's more consistent for our attack. And then Hestia gave us Slow Cooker, which is really strong on this build because base damage scales extraordinarily well with aspect of Mel here, since we're getting more base damage per hit anyway, and we have a percentage-based attack boon. Controlled Burn doesn't seem that great, and Pyrotechnique, I'm really not depending on Scorch for anything other than activating Origination on this build, so Slow Cooker is objectively the best option. We'll take our armor here, because even if it's only 20 armor, like I was saying, that can block a very meaty hit from Prometheus.
My master does not realize what will become of him once all is said and done. Do you? How abhorrent to try and steal away one's immortality.
I've truly heard it all. A thief lecturing me about stealing. Kronos took my family and more. He should realize what shall become of him.
Your father's father. You share some of his ancient lineage and his obsession with the inevitable. Come get what you desire then, but one outcome awaits as you continue down this path.
Only Jeff knows. Alright, be careful of the big scary birdie. Focus on dodging while birdie is out, or just take the hit. Thankfully, birdie does 19 damage, so we actually have a little bit more HP left, or one hit's worth of armor left. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Prometheus, his minimum hit on us is 19, which is the bird's damage. I really should have. That was greedy for. Oh, hello. Well, this is fine. He's standing in fire, so I need to be careful about activating Possessed Ray here. Okay.
Predictable for you, Agent of Change.
I wouldn't say so. 2, 1, 2. I got greedy for that magic. 2, 1, 2. I got really greedy for that magic. That was really sketchy. But I wanted the damage more than anything else. But yeah, Zeus's magic regain is great until you accidentally get yourself absolutely demolished by being too greedy for it. Focusing on dodging here because these guys despawn after doing one attack, so I don't actually have to worry about killing them. I was mistaken in my early playthroughs and constantly was trying to deal with them. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, and magic. Oh, that one is about as well as we could have. I figured I'd just get the special locked and loaded for him, honestly. He has a bit of downtime between attacks, so that's, oh, well, I always mix that up with his big swinging kick. That was avoidable. I'm just very prone to getting hit by that move in particular because I think it's going to be the forward projectile that he kicks out. That move right there. And so I go rushing into him, not expecting the big AoE around him instead. Whatever, we got him. A shame we lost that Death Defiance, but I think we're fine.
Compared to what I have withstood before, this was nothing at all.
The real question becomes, do I take Luckier Tooth, or do I take Evil Eye still?
This too shall pass.
With my propensity for getting hit, it's probably better to take Luckier Tooth. But we could see a Death Defiance in the end shop. Very likely we do. So I think I'm going to bank on that possibility, even if it's not going to come to fruition, and we'll depend on Evil Eye for the damage output it gives. Again, my goal with Evil Eye isn't just to like use it for the benefit it offers. It's a nice 25% damage increase, which is pretty solid, but more so it is just trying to get it leveled up where I see reason to level it up, because I will stop using it as we get better and better into the runs. Just the base damage is higher to begin with, so I don't really need to depend on that damage boost. And I'm going to just be running Strength card more reliably without Death Defiance is active, so in all aspects, it just kind of falls off for me.
The fortress of the gods reels against the incomparable rage of Typhon, father of monsters, giant of storms, who somehow lurks somewhere very nearby.
We'll find him or the other way around. I'll show myself in.
On our way to the top of the summit to fight Typhon yet again. I'm feeling relatively okay about this run, but there are definitely things that could be a little bit more in our... I want to get out of here. Oh gosh, that's a spooky. That's a big spooky. That's a lot of big spookies all in one area. Interesting, these underground enemies do in fact not get affected by your cast if they are underground. That's good to know because that could be the difference between me getting hurt or not. I wonder if the mini bosses have caught me for that reason. Unsure. Quite likely. All right, on we go. I like the church bell sound effects that they have for the music here. It's quite... Oh gosh. Oh, well. I do need to be careful about taking unnecessary hits here. Like that, dashing directly into a projectile is not... Wow, okay, we took a lot of damage here. That was largely avoidable. Hestia is decent, I think. We already got her infusion boon. What do we stand else to get from her? We could get her Apollo duo, which would heal us if we dodge. But it's only 10 HP. It's not going to add up to much when our dodge chance is relatively low. What is it at with this Hermes boon right now? Where is it there? Yeah, okay, so we've got 8% plus the 20%, so we're at 28% dodge chance. That's pretty solid as long as they're dazed. I guess I'll go for Hestia here. He has some other boons. That's a cute slight against him there, Mel. Whoop. Dash in here. Just trying to keep him scorched as much as possible and Possessor Ray on him at all times if I can. Didn't really need to dodge that. Forgive me if my commentary has to die down for a second. I do need to focus a little bit against this boss. He's a bit scary. But just like Eris, the main strategy is just make sure you're always dodging behind him. And he can't very reliably hit you, except for this charge move, which I just proved can very reliably hit me if I don't play it right. It's the situation there was a little bit unfortunate because I did not have my dash and my cast up at the same time, and that's really what it comes down to. Well, and another situation like that, unfortunately, we took a lot of damage there. Maybe I should have taken that Death Defiance from Luckier Tooth after all. Oh well. I was confident, and we know how confidence for Jeff ends up working out most times.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, Heat Rush, Flash Fry, Glowing Coal. None of these are really ideal for us, but I don't know if I want to waste a reroll here. I don't even know for certain that I can get her duo with Apollo. I feel like Glowing Coal is going to really mess with me a little bit. I don't know if I want to risk it. The Flash Fry is so unappealing. I'm going to roll here. Let's see what we get.
What else?
Highly flammable. Whenever you inflict Scorch on the foe for the first time, inflict more. Or Scorch effects deal... Like, this doesn't matter because we're not doing enough Scorch damage for it to work. I guess I'll take highly flammable, because I don't want to... At the very least, it did upgrade Slow Cooker, so we have some more base damage, but I do need to be a little bit mindful of my HP right now because I am not in a great position, and all of our damage is coming from Possessor Ray. So, oh gosh, whoa! Yeah, that was sketchy. Whoop! Gonna dodge through this safely, get my cast on you so you can't get through me, and then pop you. There we go, okay. Yeah, our base damage on the attack actually isn't that high. We really are depending on Possessor Ray to do all of our damage for us. So maybe I just focus on playing safe, although notoriously I am terrible at playing safe and I'm more prone to taking damage the more I try. So maybe that's not objectively the best decision. I'm unsure. Oh gosh. Oh, jeez. There are so many things here that I have to focus on avoiding that I can't. That's a funny slow-mo run you got there, bud. All right, there we go. If they don't have armor, I can definitely melt them down. It's really just an issue of if they have armor, I'm not well set to deal with them. Zeus does not offer us much in the way of survivability. I still think he's more valuable than the Palms, just because I don't think I have any... Like, the Palms would give me more damage on something. All right, here we go. Rematch against the Eye of Typhon after absolutely eating it the last time I fought him. All right, there we go. That eye is taken care of. For a second, I thought I took 200 damage there, but no, I think that was our... Oh, gosh. I can't pick up the Zeus. I can't pick up the magic regain. Okay, we're probably going to lose our second Death Defiance here, unfortunately. I wasted Possessed Array there. I need to depend on my cast for keeping these very mobile enemies still until things show up the way I need them to. Okay, that feels like a safe point to grab that. Drop my cast, drop Possessed Array. There we go. That should take care of the eyeball. I'll focus on dodging now. There are so many AoEs that I have to deal with. Grab this while it's in the cast. Darn it, I did get hit there. I got caught between a wall and a hard place. Or I guess an eye and a hard place. What a weird concept. Alright, so we are in a bit of a pickle now for Typhon, admittedly. I may just have to like give up on Possessed Array and focus on playing safe, which I objectively don't think I can, frankly. Please, just die. Okay. This run is looking very sketchy at the moment, Kiwi. We played very poorly. Maybe I may just not be as good at the Ardent Skull as I'd like to be, as it turns out. Or I just need to accept...
So accustomed to my sister-in-law Hestia being off on her own, Why, we even stopped saving Seat in my palace. But she's here to stay this time, aren't you, Hess?
The Hess truck's back and it's...
Dearest Zeus, perish the thought that I would ever leave again. You've given me such a warm welcome after all, having removed my blasted seat only to put it back. Though, let's not worry hot stuff here with all of that.
Don't you just love siblings? This is kind of a dick, isn't he? All right, let's see what we got. Not taking static shock for the same reason as described before. Whenever you first deal damage to susceptible foes, you may destroy them outright. That sounds great, except for the fact that we're at the very end of the run and it's not going to work on Typhon. Your blitz effects also deal Scorch wherever they deal damage. That actually is decent and would have been really good for us if we had had Pyrotechnic. I'm going to take it only or not Pyrotechnic, or is it? Yeah, Pyrotechnic maybe. Whatever makes our Scorch deal damage faster. That would have been really good for that and not much else. Okay, we really would love to see a Death Defiance. Please, Hermes, please.
Don't keep old Typhon waiting. Get him, Em.
Okay, good. We got it. Whew. Spooky. Wait. Oh, he had nothing else to say to us? Okay. Ooh, more max magic. We have 800 coin. We do not have a lot in the way of HP, though. Even with that Death Defiance, that only adds up to so much. Let's see what Selene offers first.
Shine for me again tonight.
By now, that monster Typhon must remember the bitter taste of defeat, yet he does not relent. Thus, he has left us with no choice but to pursue the means of his annihilation, little star.
Alright, Total Eclipse, Phase Shift. Would have loved to see Night Bloom or Moonwater here. That would have helped us a lot. I guess Total Eclipse isn't bad. It's solid damage if nothing else. And we'll get to prove whether or not the Hex charges up with our Possessed Array, if nothing else, I suppose.
Strength is yours.
Take the Magic. I'll take the Armor. I'll take the Apollo.
Name of Hades.
And we get nothing incredible. I definitely don't want Prominence Flare. Supernova I could make an argument for just so that it's easier to land the cast. We don't really need the Daze chance on the attack when we have his sprint, so I think I will take Supernova. All of these are objectively not incredible for the build, but we get what we can get, and we're just gonna have to play super safe here. Me seeing that little remaining gold pot over there is driving me insane. Granted, I have no use for that money, so it's completely worthless in hindsight. Yeah. All right, well, here we go. We're gonna go up, toss my cast, pop in with a bunch of those. Oh gosh, wow, our armor got popped immediately. Not great. Whee! Grab my magic while I can, drop a cast, pop that. He's going for the Chin Slam. This means I get a Possessed Array. I missed the Possessed Array because I was too far away. I do kind of like the fact that when he blows you like that, he does push you away. It's kind of a cute little detail there. He's pretty slow with the Chin Slams if he, oh gosh, this is the move that I am most prone to getting hit by if I don't have any amount of like dodge, or not dodge, movement speed. Let's grab our max magic here. Try and take out his friends while I can. Oh gosh, okay, those do AoE on the ground when they land, good to know. Okay, that's another one. Okay, 2 enemies were summoned. We focus on burning them down as quick as possible, get our max magic so we can get Possessed Array going. I'm a little frantic here because I really want to kill these before he respawns. Okay, good. That's one less thing we have to worry about. Big AoE's coming if he does his big charging eye move, which he is of course using. I have to be really careful about this. Here comes the Chin Slam, bail out, dash back in, tag him with Blitz, focus on our attack. All right, he's blowing us, that's fine. Unfortunately, he apparently blows our skulls back to us too. Oh, you know what it is because he exists in an out-of-bounds space, our skulls are immediately getting called back to us, so Possessed Array on this build does not work the way I would have hoped it to. Oh gosh, there's a lot. All right, so far so good. Just need to focus. Whoop, Chin Slam. I dodged that just barely. Okay, just focus on damaging. Okay, second phase, done.
Quite enough, Typhon.
All right, we grab magic immediately so that we get Possessed Array, we drop cast, and then we wail on him as hard as we can here. Oh, you know what? They're immediately returning to me. Wow, that was some crazy DPS, actually. I think we got him to... That should probably have phased him immediately. Nope. Okay, not. We must be just shy of phasing him, though. I can only imagine. Grab the max magic here. Top some... There we go. Now we're on to his next phase. Good. Wasted all of my Possessed Arrays there. That was probably not optimal. Oh, gosh. I'm lucky that didn't hit me. This one's about to die. Oh, gosh. That's a lot of projectiles. Okay, we're still good. One more egg. That one's just going to have to spawn. It's fine. The Scorch damage is actually adding up now that we have the Blitz procs Scorch. Right. This is going to be... He's going to swing twice now that we're on to 4th phase. Bail out for the chin slam. I think I just do this, honestly. This is kind of optimal. Wait for my magic. Okay, here comes the big eye goop. Oh gosh, that's... How did I not get hit there? And I don't think it was dodge chance. I think it was just I was lucky. All right, this is optimal. Like, look at this damage. Bail out for the chin slam. Grab my max magic. Oh, well. I think Divine Vengeance actually tried to hit those tendrils rather than anything else there. Okay, we are down to our last Death Defiance, but we should almost have him here, I think, as long as I play smart. Strength card is active. Big scary AoE. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Okay, this can't one-shot us, but it can hurt us. Grab this, drop my cast, get as much damage, and there we go. Possessed Array is crazy good.
Your time is over.
Oh yeah, fancy finish. Typhon eradicated. Bit of a sweaty run, all things considered, but we got him. We got him.
For my father.
Okay, so what do we honor on this run? Let's be honest. I mean, obviously Possessed Array, Aspect of Mel plus Mutual Destruction actually was kind of doing a pretty solid damage. We only got a 6.4% chance to crit, but keep in mind this is effectively crit chance. So when we look at pressure points from Artemis and say, wow, 2% to 4% crit chance is kind of good. This is even more. So you know what? I'm coming around on Ares. At the very least, Mutual Destruction can do a lot, assuming I am taking damage, which it's me. I'm taking damage. Possessed Array, objectively crazy. Boosted Ignition, I am dashing all the time, so base damage, awesome. Apollo's attack. And then I think beyond that, it was... Snuff Candle did give us a lot of extra damage, I would say. But objectively speaking, what was it? I know there's something else I wanted, right? Or is that it? Is that really it? Slow Cooker, right, Slow Cooker. And then we have to honor Athena. She saved the run because I ate it after the first boss real hard. We got spooned so many Death Defiances here. And again, I have to point out, like, yeah, the bulk of our damage was attack and Omega attack, but look at that. Scorch, just off of the cast, was our next strongest DPS option. So, I also have, oh, fancy.
Typhon's essence, the power to stop time.
So effectively, in the next run, we complete the story, like the main story. Assuming we go to the underworld the next run, which I think I will. I think I will. Also, some good news. Kiwi of the Present has appeared before me, which means her headache...
My family on the mountain. Let me pass.
Her headache must be feeling better if she's willing to brave the lights and come back downstairs, so I'm looking forward to spending some time with her and making sure that she's still feeling all right.
Probably already spread the news.
Hey everyone, applaud my efforts. I have forever slain the good old Typhon, or the bad old Typhon, I suppose. Oh, hey, Grandmama. Oh, that reminds me. So remember in the last time we saw her, I was like, I would like to come up with a nickname for her, and I'm like, something on the line of Sand Pappy. Kiwi had suggested possibly Tundrama, like grandma, but Tundra. I'm like, it doesn't really work that well. And then I came up with Snow Ma'am. And I don't think I'm sold on it entirely, but I am pretty proud of that. Hello, Snow Ma'am.
The storm has passed. That monster turned the weather such that not even Lord Zeus or I could stop it properly. But now he's gone, and we have you to thank.
Thanks a road all around, Grandmother. Typhon gave in to the combined might of the gods. I merely concentrated our fell strength. Now to press this advantage.
Perhaps not even Kronos can withstand what you unleashed. But be careful, granddaughter. Make certain we shall meet again.
We will.
Oh, don't worry. Even if we haven't taken any of your boons in like the last 5 runs or something, like we have not seen Demeter on a run in a while, I feel.
So good to see you.
And you, of course.
And of course we talked to Apollo before the King and Queen.
Sunshine, but you'd best speak to Father first.
No, I don't want to. I talked to Grandma and I talked to you. All right, fine.
Oh, my good niece, you are extraordinary, truly. So far as we can tell, no trace of that monstrosity remains. The deed is done. Typhon is dead.
My lord husband has been premature to declare victory before, so I shall not believe a word of this until I hear it from your lips. Perhaps not even then.
I love how Hera at every moment is just kind of spiteful towards Zeus. Justly so, given Zeus's proclivities, if you will, but...
The father of all monsters is undone. Not merely dead, but eradicated, using the power of the Titan of Time and a bit of assistance from Father's favored spear, Gygaros.
You hear that, Hera dear? I told you young Meninui was certain to prevail on our behalf. Our family always triumphs when we stand together with a common purpose.
I can't wait till I get to tell, what's his face, Odysseus, we spin a yarn for him and say, so we went up to Typhon, and then we gave him the big shooty in the eyeball with a spear. But before that, we blinded him with the sunshine, we showed him the sun, and then we exploded him a bunch, and then I almost died, but then I didn't die, and then I stabbed him in the eye with a spear and won. The end.
I remain utterly in shock. Well now, girl, if you have truly quashed that monstrous threat, then do prepare yourself for all of us to claim we never doubted you at any point. My lord husband is already starting.
Again, Hera is like the queen of talking down to people, like, if you truly killed him, get ready for everyone to claim that we never doubted you. At least she's real about it.
If you had not believed in me, Queen Hera, then perhaps Typhon would have been here in my stead. So thank you all. And now an even greater victory is within reach.
Look, I can't complain about Hera as far as a gameplay mechanic goes. She has insanely powerful boons, but she is definitely a bit of a jerk in the way they wrote her, honestly.
The Titan Kronos. You mean to likewise destroy him using the methods you employed this very night.
One could very much read it as a defense mechanism for having to live with Zeus, though, and again, given Zeus's proclivities, I'm more inclined to sympathize with her than to be upset by her entirely. Honestly, I just like her. I like her personality, even if it's not my cup of tea, per se. Like, I'm fine with how they wrote her. I enjoy how they wrote her. Maybe I just feel bad that she has to deal with all of the nonsense on Olympus. Just a bunch of, like, gung-ho meatheads clashing heads against everything and each other. I don't know. It must not be fun being queen to Zeus.
If necessary. Though this power that you witnessed was for Typhon alone, and likewise what we plan for Kronos is fit only for him. The Deathless cannot be destroyed unless they threaten the very fabric of the weavings of the Fates.
One can't help but wonder if the gods are as they are described in the tales and persist into reality in our current day. Like, have Zeus and Hera pursued marriage counseling? Because I definitely think they could benefit from it given the stories, if nothing else.
No time for feasting till the other deed is done then, yes? That's fine. The Titan's forces may grow far more desperate now, a possibility for which we ought prepare. We shall lend you all the strength we can for your own final assault.
I'm thinking way too much about, like, the nuances of modern-day Greek mythology.
Take care.
You have our blessing.
You're welcome. I will not see you again for a little while. We've got to go give Sandpappy a visit. Also, it turns out, you know what? We are just this tiny. I didn't realize, but we are, like, less than waist height against Zeus. That's kind of nuts. And Hera, too. Like, all of the Olympians are really tall. I never even realized. Apollo's our closest match in height, and it's not even close.
That monster, truly gone. You got him. Forever. Not that my faith in you wavered since your initial victory, it's just... I still can't entirely believe it. So now for Kronos, then.
Now for Kronos, then. One encouraging result can often spur another, and perhaps all of you shall have a brief reprieve. I'm certain you could use it.
With Prometheus and such still causing problems, we won't be getting all too comfortable just yet. Especially not while our main foe is out there still. Go get him, Sunshine.
On it.
Take
Okay, okay, Apollo. I'm gonna knock his lights out. It's funny because
tranquil music made by masterful Apollo reverberates throughout the palace grounds, piercing the grimness of the circumstances like an arrow of pure light.
Kiwi's in the kitchen right now, so she couldn't have heard that, but I can already feel her groaning when she watches the video.
Now for Kronos. I'll be counting on your blessings, everyone.
Well, it's not like I could say I'm gonna knock his socks off. No one in Greek mythology apparently wears socks.
Return to Shadow now.
I have to check. I'm pretty sure Nem definitely wears... Actually, no. Is Nem barefoot as well? I think she might be.
Keep holding on, everyone.
Odysseus or Hecate have to be wearing boots, right? Okay, we're gonna go foot checking everyone, although dresses might interfere with assessment.
He's gone, Phrenos. The father of all monsters. Now but one major threat remains.
No Dora to celebrate with us. A shame.
Oh, hello?
No prophecies completed. You know, that should have completed a prophecy, right? We just killed Typhon for good.
Hooray.
Thanks, Eris. I knew you'd be rooting for us.
You know how come I'm really back, don't you, Trouble? Because things finally started getting interesting. But you're trying to put a stop to it.
I won't let you cast doubt on my task. Surely you've better uses of your energy than this, and throwing all your rubbish everywhere.
What would you even know? I have every right to be here, and you're never getting rid of me. And you're never getting rid of Kronos either. No going back to how things were.
I got bad news for you, Eris. You're technically right, but in a way you don't expect.
We're going forward, not back.
That is correct, though. Although also incorrect. Although, we'll see in the next episode why.
It's true, isn't it? You scoured Typhon from this world. The prophecy I saw must have not merely been about his reawakening, but his eradication. How did you manage this, if I may ask?
Oh, I get to tell him the story. So we ran up to his silly face, and then I shootied him in the eyeball, and it exploded a whole bunch, and then I ran away screaming. I picked up a zappy orb that let me run back into his face, shooty, explodey, and then I took a spear, and I poked his eyeball, and he was really sad and died.
A complicated incantation from Headmistress, alongside the essence of Gygaros, my father's spear he took up after Kronos Fest was overthrown. It all worked out.
I think I said it better.
Your father's spear. In what I saw, a spear could be seen piercing through the storm. Then that must have been you. And so, the fates truly did anticipate that you'd prevail.
I like that he decided to use his antlers as a way to rust his hair and make his hair even more volume, like take up more space.
Do they anticipate I shall slay Kronos next?
If I but knew.
Little star.
Oh, hello, Selene. What are you doing here?
Oh, little star. During such phases, I remain unseen in the night sky and can enjoy a moment's rest. So let us speak a little more. Although I fear that speaking starts to drain me of my light. How fares the task?
Great Selene, I am honored by your presence here. The task proceeds at pace, I think. Although, as you well know, we have much left to do. I'm grateful you've been watching over me.
Is it bad that I'm now only realizing that I completely forgot we had a Selene Hex in the Typhon fight? Because I absolutely completely forgot we had a Selene Hex. I do have to go back and watch the footage and see if we were actually charging it up or not now, because I wanted to answer that question for myself.
And I am grateful for the opportunity. I am the Eye of Night, but you, I think, have come to be her sword. Until we see each other once again under her veil.
Farewell till then.
All right. So can't tell if she's wearing shoes.
Done.
Can't tell if she's wearing shoes either.
The foul deed is done. Have no pity for that monster, only gratitude for yielding his power in his absence. Now you are ready for the final phase.
Before I depart, my brother asked something I didn't know how to answer. If Kronos is destroyed before all this, what exactly happens to us here and now?
I want to just at least appreciate the fact that Hecate definitely casually dropped a moon pun there. The final phase, like the phases of the moon. Ha 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 ha.
Let us discover the truth of it together. I am certain only that this is not goodbye. The conclusion of your task is at hand. Go. End this.
They're telling us it's the final run, Kiwi.
I'll see you again soon.
Quote unquote. All right.
Finally.
It's time for Dissolution of Time, unless there's anything else I want. Nope. Okay, we're good. Dissolution of Time. Suppress the ability for Kronos to reconstitute himself night after night. It is said that time cannot be stopped, but many such assertions are not always strictly true.
You may proceed.
Time overstepped his bounds, which cannot stand. He shall be stopped, as the three fates had planned.
So mote it be.
To Kronos.
What about friendship and familyhood? Or friendship and familial bonds to Kronos? I still think that's a fair option, no?
Something for me?
All right, we've got grass. I don't think we're quite at the point of being able to upgrade our Arcana. Nope. Nem is in fact barefoot, although technically she does have like something wrapping around her heel a little bit. So does that count as socks?
They're saying you got rid of Typhon for good. Don't believe a word of it. What really happened up there?
Oh, Nemesis, do I have a story for you. So first I ran up into his face and then...
Got rid of Typhon for good is a concise way to put it. Involved a rather complex incantation called Disintegration of Monstrosity and some other details best left unspoken. But yes, I do believe he's gone.
He's immortal. He can't just be gone, and if he is, why not just do the same to Kronos? Or to anybody who stays on your bad side long enough?
And that is why the gods of Olympus probably actually fear us.
We've something else in store for Kronos. As for everybody else, they haven't crossed me quite as much just yet.
Oh, very threatening, Mel, but better be careful with that line of reasoning because someone may interpret it the wrong way and see you as a threat.
Yet. Huh.
All hail the monster slayer.
Odysseus, I've got a story for you.
How are you holding up, goddess? My instinct is to celebrate the death of Typhon, but I never forgot the first man I slew. Or the light left his eyes.
Typhon sought destruction, and he got it. I won't rejoice in the outcome, but won't lament it either. Especially when there's more left to be done.
You have the right approach. You'll have time to recount every choice and consequence when all of this is over, but for now, best to press on and finish what you started.
That's so lame, Odysseus. I had such a yarn to weave for you. Oh well, you can ask Moros and Nem for the details.
I intend to.
Oh well. I was so ready to. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever pointed this out in video, but look at his little sack of goodies. I'm pretty sure there is a Mel head in there. I wonder if that will be relevant at any point, or if it's just a little Easter egg for us to notice.
Rest well.
All right, let's go ahead and plant garlic, and we needed, I think, mandrake. We needed mandrake
Into the earth
for a aspect weapon to be unlocked, I believe. So we'll plant garlic, we'll plant mandrake.
Ah, that's a nice touch.
Thanks, Odysseus. All right, and I don't think there's anything else I want to spend. I would spend Nightshade on this, but we have a particular thing that I've really wanted to run for a while because I've never actually run it in a main playthrough. I've never taken the aspect of Thanatos and done a run with it off of like the early access.
Time. Death to Kronos.
Also appreciate the fact that you cannot go to the overworld anymore here. I was pointing at the screen because of course I was. It would be kind of cute. It would be kind of cute for us to run the staff, the first weapon that got us our win, but I want to do this, so forgive me, Kiwi. I'm going to ignore the Grave Thirst, and I do not have enough G-Rock, so never mind. It is the staff we are running after all. Aspect of Melinoe getting ranked up to rank 4.
Become even stronger.
And we will go a special build, I guess. I mean, I guess maybe we just go back to the route we took. Why don't we bring it full circle? You know what? Hestia it is. We're gonna lock in Hestia here. If I can get her boon before this levels up, I'll be able to get 2 empowered boons from Hestia this way. But let's take the build that won us our first win against Kronos and complete the story of this game, I guess.
Commander, what is the consensus here about Prometheus? If some mortals venerated him, perhaps you and your disciples feel conflicted that he now opposes us.
The Titan who brought fire, reason, good eats, and the arts and stuff to mortal kind. Then faced the vengeance of the gods for all of that. Can't stand the guy, let him have it.
Oh, Skelly.
Wait, you can't stand him even though he did so much for you? Though mortals can be difficult to please.
I feel like Skelly and I have the same ability to like just be super serious for a moment and then completely goof out at it in the next.
Well, let's see. Has he been nice to you or has he tried to kill you? So what if he butted us up way back when? Not like he's done much for us lately.
He has tried to kill me.
And that is reason enough, I guess, to fight back, if nothing else.
The moon this eve is nowhere to be seen. Her light but temporarily extinguished, so that soon it may shine bright once more with newfound strength and possibility.
Our cycle begins anew.
That's actually a really cool little detail here. It still looks the same here, though.
Kronos. I'll see to that.
No
one is more prepared. Beyond the mists of Erebus, there should be a way down.
Okay, look at that. I never noticed.
Risky heading through Elysium, and too risky to stay.
Mel, are you done talking?
Right. It's time.
Mel, okay, are you done? Okay, thanks, Mel. I never noticed, but you can actually see the phases of the moon here. That's a cute little detail. I wonder if you can see that in the other locations where you look up like this, where you're in the overworld. I'll have to pay attention to that in the future. That's really cute. Like, I always love these little, like, they have no purpose beyond just adding world building or a sense of your place in the world, I suppose. I don't know how to explain it quite right. It's just, it's flavor. It's like flavor text. It's not there to necessarily progress the narrative or progress the gameplay, but it's nice just to have it. A little extra polish can go a long way for an overall sense of a complete, well-designed game.
Welcome, everyone, to the unseen. We shall prevail. I swear it.
All right, Kiwi. So that's it for this episode. Next episode, we complete the story, at least in typical Hades fashion, the main story. There will be plenty of content left in this game to explore, and by no means am I done running this game in any capacity. But with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades 2. Look forward to it. Kelly, die faster. I want to have the outro with you in it. Come on, come on. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Was mine.
Bye-bye.